CATIA V5 speed modeling for multi-section solid and removed multi-section solid. So first thing we need to do is insert a geometrical set, because we're going to need to have a lot of planes to do this thing here. If you want to know more about geometrical sets, watch the tutorial video. So we click here, we're going to make this, we'll make them 6 centimeters apart. We're going to go repeat after OK because we need a few of them. We'll just do 2 more. I want to make sure I uncheck creating a new body, so that way they drop out all right there. There's my planes. I need to get back into part body. The underline says that I'm in this geometrical set. I call them folders a lot because it helps to make it makes more sense. So right click here, define in work object. It says we're in the part body folder. Now I can start making my sketches. So I'll pick this plane and fit all in right here, brings everything back. For the sake of brevity, I am going to make all of my sketches 4 vertices, so we don't have to deal with coupling issues, which you'll kind of see in a second. Get on there. Okay. This is the profile tool, by the way, that I keep using. In other programs it might be called polyline. And there we go. So there's all of our shapes. It's a little bit kind of weird, but what we'll do is we'll go from one to next to next to next. So all my sketches are under part body here. Once I hit multi-section solid, it will absorb all these sketches as I select them. So I hit this, 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 this. They're all in here. When you're using multi-section solid or the removed multi-section solid, or even in surface design, if you're using the multi-section surface, you want to make sure that you have closing points all on the same vertices, right, as close as they can be, and you want to make sure these arrows are all going the same direction. This is not going down this line per se, this is going counterclockwise. It says it picks this vertices, then the next, then the next. That might make sense later on. Again, watch the bigger tutorial if you want to know more about that. If the arrow is flipped around, that means it's going the other direction. Those are the 2 main things to watch out for. As your shapes get more complex, it gets a little bit harder, I guess, for the math in CATIA to figure out which one you actually meant to connect to. So you can do things like replace them and move them around. So you can move one over here, whatever, and flip arrows like you just saw me do. Anyways, so there they go. One to the next, to the next, to the next. Everything looks good. Hit preview if you want. And you go, woo, look at that shape. So that is it. That's how you make a multi-section solid. Right. I can easily get into any one of these sketches, and I can change them, modify them. As long as I don't go too far out of whack, it can figure it out, as long as something doesn't twist into another. Okay, good. Multi-section solids. One last thing, a little bit beyond the speed modeling idea. You have guide curves and spines and coupling and a few other things here. These things would go into more detail in the actual tutorial, but this is where you could actually cause it to not follow its kind of predetermined extrapolation on how it decides to get from one to the next to the next. You could affect that yourself. As you would see in that other tutorial, by the time you start getting it to do more and more weird things, you reach a point where you might as well just leave this area here and then get into surface design itself. Multi-section solid. All right, remove multi-section solid. For this one here, we need, I'm going to use 3 planes. I already have the block created. We have our plane in the middle, and I'm just going to use the ends of these for the other planes. So I pick here. Same thing. There's my shape. I want this to kind of be visible on the top, so that's why I'm doing it that way. This one here, I'm going to bury it down here. And then the last one, out here. There's our three shapes. So removed, multi-sections, solid. I say multi-section solid. It used to be called loft, by the way. Pick your three. Bam, bam, bam. Check your closing points. Check the direction of the arrows. Ah, look at this. This one's wrong. Go in the wrong direction and in the wrong place. So to move this, you get a hold of it here. You say replace, and then you put it over here. Actually, let me just go ahead and preview it. See, we get an an error, right? It's trying to twist it all up. So grab a hold of that, replace, stick it over there carefully. Arrows going the wrong way, flip it around, hit OK, and all is fine. So there is that going through. And then you might go, oh no, I did actually want that middle one sticking out there. So find your multi-section solid. It's probably that middle one right there. Grab this, bring it up here. Sure. Multi-section, removed multi-section solid.